Hey there, American Horror Story fans, and happy Halloween! We are talking about American Horror Story Cult, Season 7, Episode 9, Drink the Kool-Aid. Drink up, baby. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin!
Yes. I would tap. Come on. That's all I can do.
It's a dab cap instead of a dab cap. I like
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
We are so excited to be spending our Halloween with you guys.
Oh.
Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween!
This is the happiest time of the year.
It's the most glorious time of the year.
Yeah.
Welcome to the American Horror Story After Show. I am your host, Alana Jordan. You can find me on Twitter at Alana Jordan and on Instagram at That Alana Jordan Girl. Today I'm dressed as Elsa Mars from Freak Show, but nobody gets it.
We do.
We get it. We get it.
My co-hosts are a little bit more on point, though, I'll be honest.
Hey, everybody. It's Ashley Allen. Do you guys know who I am? I am Miss Marie Laho from Cult.
Oh, you messed with the wrong man, witch.
That's right.
Hey guys, I'm Sanders Kennedy. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Just Sans World. And of course, I am Winter.
Pick up that trash, Winter.
I don't pick up trash. I just
Throw it
I have
down.
to throw it back down because the world is going to trash. There's no such thing as global warming.
I love both of your costumes so much. It's filling me with joy. I also really loved this episode.
I
Yeah.
did. Let's toast. Let's all drink
Cheers.
the Kool-Aid.
Let's drink the Kool-Aid.
Drink the
Cheers.
Kool-Aid.
Stare in those
Cheers,
eyes.
you
Or we'll get
guys.
7 more seasons of bad. No.
This is spiked hard cider. I put arsenic in our hard cider for
I
Halloween.
love it. I love
Adds
it.
a little bit of spice.
I'll drink
Yummy.
anything for Kai.
I'll do anything for you, Kai,
Yeah.
with a smile.
Yeah. She doesn't even smile,
Winter,
which
you're
makes my
gonna-
life easy.
You're going to be in that bed next to your parents pretty soon.
I know, right?
Kai loves
Ugh.
me. He wouldn't do that.
This episode was nuts. I feel like this was just like, hey guys, Evan Peters is awesome, right? Here's a montage of Evan Peters being awesome.
Seriously.
He wants that Emmy.
And I was into it.
Yeah.
I'm like, give this man an Emmy. Did
He
you
wants
see
that
him?
Emmy like
He
Beyonce
played-
wants that Grammy.
He deserves
I know, right?
it.
Marshall Applegate, Heaven's Gate Colt, David Koresh, Jim Jones, all three before the opening credits
Yeah.
even start.
My
Round
big
of
nose got
applause.
snatched. That's how. That's how.
That's how good. That's
how good it
amazing
was.
Evan Peters is.
The ghost almost snatched my wig.
Dang.
Evan Peters' acting is snatch your wig fantastic.
Yes,
Round
it
of applause to him.
is.
He's awesome.
Round of
We just
applause.
coined a phrase tonight. But yeah, so he's telling basically all of his followers about these cult leaders.
Yeah.
Saying that, kind of the Kanye of them, which I love.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that.
Is Jim Jones, and that, he is the one who, after he killed a congressman that was infiltrating his cult, convinced 918 people to all drink the Kool-Aid and kill themselves, even though
That's
some
right.
of them didn't actually, they changed their minds last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
too
stood
late.
back.
Ooh,
God.
No, screw this shit.
yikes. But I love that he, has named all of his little followers different weird nicknames,
yes.
like completely stripped them of their identities. And Heart Attack is like, oh wait, are we a cult? I thought we were a political movement.
Exactly.
I'm like, buddy,
That
your
was
name is
hilarious.
Heart Attack. What did you think was happening right
Exactly.
Oh
now?
Lord.
And if
Good
it took
God.
you that long to figure this out, then
That's your own fault.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
Idiot.
Dummy.
But yeah, I love that then it goes to the council meeting that he's throwing, and he's like leading it, and we see that one of the senators, Councilman Moyer, not senator, has been beaten up
Yeah.
by
Oh,
Kai's
yes.
followers.
Yeah.
So they kind of muscle everybody into passing the Kai Anderson Freedom and Integrity Act, which
Oh,
basically means he has
gosh.
access to everybody's everything because everybody's computers are now going to be linked to his own private
Yeah.
server.
He's
Basically.
controlling the fake news now.
Yeah.
He's going to have access to everybody's. Which
Yeah,
Terrifying.
it's like North
that's
Korea.
scary. Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
you put out.
100%.
Yes, that's
And
what
even
came
more
to mind.
terrifying, then he's now running for Senate.
Yeah.
After only what let's say a month. Let's just play around with that
Yeah.
time. A month of being on council.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I mean, he's already passed and
Oh.
Bill's named after himself. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, he's facing a 3-term incumbent and he feels like he can do. But look at who went against him last time.
Exactly.
Woman got shot,
Oh yes.
got stabbed. But all of the clowns came and killed her. So it's
Oh,
like,
yes.
all right.
He's controlling the whole board too, so he's showing that he really can do whatever he wants to do. So
Are we
But
still gonna see the clowns still? I kind of miss them.
I kind of missed the clowns this episode just
Yeah.
because I was like, wait, I'm sorry, the Halloween episode is the only one that they don't dress up?
It's like the non-goriest
Like, what?
one. They just spit up blood. I can go to Writing and get that kind of blood and spit it up. Like
I guess we got to see Evan Peters' 3 Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
we did.
As each of
Yeah.
the cult leaders.
Yeah.
We'll just pretend like that was our Halloween. We'll take
yeah,
it.
we'll take it.
But the women are noticeably absent
Yes.
Oh yes.
because they're all talking together about how they're going to escape this cult. And I love that they get their way to escape from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
The 14 ways to escape a cult.
I was glad to see Beverly was still alive.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm so
wasn't
happy
exactly
to see her.
sure if she was gonna survive or not. I mean, well, I knew she was gonna be alive because of her being locked up, but I'm glad that she made it into this episode.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
she wasn't just like completely nutters from being isolated.
Yeah.
And I love that Beverly slapped the shit out of Winter.
Yes.
Yes. Winter got
Yes, you
slapped
should have been Beverly. You could have
several
slapped me for free. That would be the only time I let someone slap me like that.
I could have dressed as Allie and slapped you too.
Oh,
We could just taken turns slapping the crap out of you and be like, what up, Winter? Winter is here and you're getting slapped.
Yes.
Boom. Yeah, just freaking terrifying. He makes them all take these cups. He's referencing Jim Jones,
Yeah.
making them all freak out. They're crying, they're hysterical, which is kind of, juxtaposed with the hysterics that we see of Jim Jones' actual followers when
Yeah.
they're all dying. But then Puss Bucket, the first one, who's asked to drink, refuses,
He's
and
not
Gary
having it.
shoots the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boom! Gary's taking no prisoners.
No, Gary is not playing.
Mm-mm. Gary's like, I cut my arm off to vote for Trump.
Exactly.
I have got nothing to lose.
Yep.
Well, I feel like he's the one that he can honestly trust because he's been there from before this even really started, to be honest. All these other guys have come in afterwards. So if
Yeah.
there's one guy that he can't trust, it's him.
I mean, he
Yeah.
literally cut off his arm because Kai Colt told him to before he
Yeah.
even had his cult following.
All the power, yep.
Yeah.
Insane. So then Beverly, brave as hell, is just like, well, bottoms up.
Yep.
Then all the other girls are like, I don't want to do this, but begrudging, I don't want to get shot. Ah.
Yeah.
Did you guys really think that it was poisoned? I didn't.
No.
I didn't think so. I didn't,
Yeah.
because I was like, it's the same mentality. It's like he's running for Senate. Why would he kill off all of his
Right.
followers? And why would
Exactly.
he kill himself when
Yeah.
he's like? I'm like, no, Kai is insane, but he loves himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he'll take out anybody, but it's for his own success.
Yeah,
So,
when he said that he wouldn't have the guys cut off his balls to like, because it's testosterone and stuff. I'm like, he's not gonna kill anybody unless it's
No.
really needed.
Yeah.
yeah, he's not gonna. I mean, he's definitely not gonna kill off all of those loyal dudes. He can get stuff from them
Exactly.
I know.
as
They
long
do
as he
all the
can
dirty
manipulate
work.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychopath. But then Allie and Ivy are talking about running away, what they're going to do. And Ivy asked the dumbest ass question she possibly can. What about Winter?
Girl.
Ooh.
What?
Ivy needed to be slapped this episode.
That's-
no, wait, never mind.
I
She
mean,
died.
I was
Never
like,
mind.
Yeah,
Never
she
mind.
got everything she deserved.
Yeah, she
Got
got it.
slapped first. I'm all right with that. I mean,
True.
Yeah.
in that moment, I'm like, she needed to be slapped.
Yeah.
She needed to be dragged.
She needed
But
everything.
they dragged her to the bedroom now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
then they go to get eyes from school and find out that Winter has checked him out half an hour
You
before.
know what?
Why is this woman still on the checkout list? Why are you still allowing this woman to check out your child?
That's what I said when she dropped him off at the house. I'm like, why is she with the baby?
Yeah, like
Right.
straight up.
Excuse
like, keep
me?
Winter away from this kid. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
She
but
needs to be next on the hit list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been putting this in the air for Ivy. She got it. So Winter,
Time to melt some Winter.
Winter, you're next.
Dun, dun, dun.
God, never kill me.
Okay.
Well, somebody else will, baby.
Oh, Mary. But didn't you
I'm like,
notice?
Kai's not the only one who hates you. If you haven't noticed, Beverly attacked
Right.
the hell out of you, and
Yeah.
everyone else is staring at you like they want to stab you.
But my hair's
so...
still laid though.
Okay, inches.
Okay,
mean,
inches,
you know.
28 inches. Yes. But
And that half ponytail, I do have to say, that half ponytail was
Oh,
on
yeah.
point tonight.
Yeah,
I was like,
it
all
was.
right, Winter, I'll give you that.
Just give
90s
me some
flair.
Ariana
You look like you
Grande.
just walked into Clueless. Yeah.
But didn't you notice the look and the feel and the textures of this episode? It just felt way different.
Yeah.
Yeah, from all of the episodes prior,
Yeah.
this one was really, really dark. And it was funny because it did kind of have more of like a 70s type vibe almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a, kind of a funny reference back to,
Mm-hmm.
and almost like a 90s vibe too, a lot with, the hair and everything, which with all the Jim Jones references, having that happen in the 90s and then having the Heaven's Gate cult in the 70s and everything. So I don't know, it made sense that
Yeah.
Yeah, I
they
just
would
love
shape the actual way they shot it.
I just love the texture of the film, and I noticed that Allie's character is like wearing darker clothes. She has a
Yeah.
dark eye makeup.
Yeah.
She's just pure evil
She's
now.
ready to like
Even-
kick some ass.
Even her sweatshirt, like the gray sweater that she was wearing, had like the holes or
Mm-hmm.
like hive type of texture on it. So I noticed that about her
Yeah.
makeup too. Like she's really transforming in front of us.
She's
She had
definitely.
that
I
tone
love
in her
her
voice.
character
I
art.
loved it.
I loved the way too that they shot the same way you were talking about with the shadows and the dark and everything and the kind of the more gritty when Kai has Oz and he's doing the pinky power
Yeah.
moment. Terrifying. Like when she has to run up and slap the Kool-Aid out of his hand last minute, not knowing if her kid is actually being killed or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, I can't even imagine it. And then Kai dropping the bomb that he's been a sperm donor at the Braden Clinic basically since he was able to jack it.
Yeah.
Just like, cool, Kai. Like, I'm not surprised that
He
that
did it
was
for
your
a
job.
medium-sized pizza. If you know where that's from, leave it in the comments below.
Amazing.
Kai.
What you will know is that your father. What you won't know is if your daddy's an ex-murderer.
Yeah.
They go into all that.
Psychopath. Yeah, so basically he's saying Oz is going to spend the night here. And they're saying that's not going to happen. And then Gary's gun says Speedwagon's gun says otherwise.
Yeah.
So
And
then
along with Ivy's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Which also blows my mind because Kai was saying, well, we can all stay here. If my kid is staying, I'm staying there with them. I'm staying there with them because I'm like, if something's going to happen to that kid, it's going to happen to me too.
Yeah, you're going to have to drag me out.
So the fact that she was like, let's go, and then Allie did, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I wasn't sure where they were gonna go with that when they both agreed, but I knew it would have some type of purpose, but I wasn't sure exactly like what did they have up their sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought that Allie was in on it a little bit to like get Ivy alone at the house to kill her.
Okay.
But then I was just like, maybe not. But
I think it was just an opportunity that she was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
look, if you're going to drag me out of here and if we're all going to die, because she, in that moment, was freaking out.
Yeah.
But then it's saying, I had time to think about it and you were right. But really, we find out she was thinking about some other things. I love that this scene, too, when she's saying, Ivy, calm down. It's not good for your health. Eat some food. Drink some wine. It's the exact scene flipped from when they were in the restaurant.
Yeah.
When she was freaking out earlier and Ivy was being kind of patronizing, telling her that all this is in your head when Ivy was the one doing it, controlling all of it. I just thought this was absolutely brilliant. And what I love, too, is that big wooden art piece behind them that said Allie, Ivy, Oz. And I
didn't see that.
Oh,
I missed it.
Huge. It's this big giant wooden thing that's all three of their names together, and then you see it perfectly in focus when she says, "Let's start over," or "Tonight we start over."
Oh, I
and then
missed that.
later when we have the Jim Jones conversation, which we'll kind of go chronologically through here too, but there's another wooden piece that looks exactly like it. Only this one says, "Those who do not remember history are condemned to repeat it."
Ooh.
And so I loved that
Little
kind of
Easter
art
eggs.
direction. Yeah, that I was like, this is some good production design
Yeah.
right here. Like, I see you. I
Yeah.
see you, Ryan Murphy. I see what you guys are doing.
But you know
Yeah.
what, that whole scene like that, basically when Allie was explaining to Ivy why she's mad at her, how she left her when she was in the psych ward, and Ivy has the balls to sit there and still like go at her and tell her she's weak and she's nothing.
Oh my God,
I'm
yeah.
just like, you know what? I was so glad that she finally got what she deserved, because it's like, you're like a few minutes ago, like across the street, you were just sitting here shaking in your boots. Like you were the old Allie a few minutes ago. So, and now you feel differently.
Yeah. Why are you trying to challenge someone? Like,
Exactly.
stop while you're ahead, because you're going to be dead. And Allie just sat there like,
just wait.
I loved it. And also when somebody is sitting here being like, you threw me in the psych ward, and then you're like, and then all I thought about was you. I wanted to die. I wanted to kill myself, and then I stopped because I thought about you. And you reach out their hand, and they don't take your hand. And then
you put
you're
that
like,
fork down.
why are you not eating?
Right.
Exactly. You stop eating. You don't like keep.
She's eating more.
This was a lot to
Yeah.
handle. I better guzzle this wine you gave me.
Yeah, it's like, come on. But
Say as
just
I drink my
the
cider.
looks, just the look on Allie's face just had me like rolling in my boots.
Oh my
like,
God.
There's just like the, really, bitch?
And just
I
a
got
word of
you.
advice: when someone is mad at you and they're that calm, you better watch out.
Oh yeah.
You better watch out.
That
is
is
something serious.
that is some good advice
Yes.
right there. That's pretty damn solid.
Yeah, don't.
Yep.
Because the only two things that she wants is Oz all to herself
And
to watch you die.
Watch you die.
Halfway there.
I can't.
So then we go back to juxtapose with a Jim Jones flashback that we have Oz questioning Kai when Kai says, the story didn't end there. It wasn't just a mass murder. Jesus came down on his ropes.
Yeah.
As Jesus does. It was like, what? What is this story that you're telling? And then he
And
brought
Jesus was Evan
everyone back
Peters.
to life. Yeah. He brought everyone back to life. And then I love that they had that big wooden art piece in the back that was just perfect mirror to what had happened before, where it's like, oh my God, this is exactly like where the scene prior was history repeating itself, just flipped. Brilliant.
Great.
But Gutterball lets Oz know that those who question ultimate truths are going to be punished. And Oz finds out the hard way that even though he's finding on Wikipedia that everything Kai is saying is not true.
Right.
Kai is saying Wikipedia is fake news. I'm the only one you can trust. I have ultimate truths. Sounds very similar to some tweets that I have read.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And then puts Oz in timeout. So then when Allie comes to get Oz, after Oz is freaking out, screaming, crying, she is told by Speedwagon that Oz ain't there. He's off with Kai.
Gone.
Just the screams, to go back a little bit, the screams from Oz, just like,
Oh yeah.
like I was just like, there's nothing, like, no matter what it is, when you hear a child scream like that,
Yeah.
it gets you.
Yeah.
At least it gets me. I'm like, ooh.
Especially right after Kai just stomped on his phone,
Yeah.
just
I
looking
know,
at
yeah.
Wikipedia. Like, Kai's the one acting like a child. Oz is the one being an adult.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Oz is being dragged away.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying moment.
Very
Oh,
terrifying.
So
such a
bad for
good
Oz.
actor, though, that little boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, killing it, Ozymandias.
Oh, yeah.
I also forgot that his whole name was Ozymandias until they said it like 6 times.
Yeah, they
so
said
I
it.
was like, all right, that's going to be important at some point. But then she's like, tell Kai, meet me at my house for dinner.
For Manwich.
From Manwich.
From Manwood.
And then goes to, which some of our viewers too have said that that's a hint for next season, that it's going to be a witch season, but it's going to be
A man
male
witch.
witches.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, that's the hint. But I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
because they keep harping on it, it has to be something for this season.
We'll
Yeah.
see what it is.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
We'll see. But Allie goes to see if Kai is actually her baby daddy.
Ooh.
And she bribes the nurse, asks her woman to woman, which is really just person with money to person who wants some money. If I give you some money, will you show me a photo of who the donor was? And it's not Kai.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. It's some random guy who I
But
wonder
not
will
some random
show up.
Kai.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just, I think that scene could have been like a little bit deeper for me. I don't know. I like the scene, but I felt like she could have went a little bit more more crazy.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, because I kind of like that she's, super grateful and please do this, please. Like, my son's life depends on this. I'm reaching out to you. And then when she finds out, like, oh, wait.
Right.
Then she says, now there's something else you're going to do for me.
Yeah,
Not
right.
asking, telling, straight up.
Yeah.
This is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Now I'm in control. I know what's up. My kid does not share DNA with this psychopath.
Yeah.
This is my kid and my kid alone. I want Oz all to myself. I'm going to trick the hell out of Kai and then presumably kill him dead. Or at least attempt.
Yeah.
So she invites Kai over, and he creepily comes up behind her,
Ooh.
like all like...
Like Trump did Hillary during that last debate.
Man.
Oh my God.
That's just, that was just a creepy moment. And then him talking about, where's your wife? Then finding out that she's killed her and she's in the trunk.
She's in the trunk. She just said, like, she in the trunk.
Right.
Yeah. And she's also just totally feeding into his ego, saying he's lucky to have you as a role model. Knowing full well, I mean, she doesn't know at this point that Kai has gone on this horrible kind of manipulation tactic to Oz earlier when they're doing their pinky power thing.
Yeah.
Telling him, I'm your father, and two mommies don't count as a real family, even though, just awful, horrible things that I think is brought in specifically because there are people who are still saying shit like that.
Yeah.
That you're like, okay, this is an insane thing to believe in this day and age.
He's basically trying to tell Oz that he doesn't have a real family.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
So that he can say, I'm your real family.
Yeah.
He wants to be the savior.
Yeah.
I wanted, like, when Oz started calling Kai daddy, I was just like, what happened there? Like,
This poor kid.
yeah, it's like, hey, daddy. It's like, yeah.
Nuts.
And honestly, Allie must be going insane in her mind because she knows that, like, when she didn't have Kai and she didn't have Oz and she invited Kai over, she couldn't kill him because she wouldn't have known where her baby was.
I don't think that was her plan, was to kill him.
Yeah.
No,
She's drawing him in. It's just like the statement they say, keep your enemies closer.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing. She's
100%.
drawing him in because even the fact of her revealing to him that he's the father that was a power play for her. And that kind of showed a moment of weakness for him because he actually, I don't know if he
Holy
really believes
shit
her.
balls,
I think he
I'm
really,
effing awesome. I literally spoke this into existence.
yeah, he believes her.
Because he's that insane and that naive that he believes that he really is this entity, this holy power, and that Oz is now his Messiah baby, which Allie knows is going to save Oz.
Yeah.
And even smarter, he's saying, that's my son. And she corrects him and says, that's our son.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which it kind of surprised me a little bit that he fell for it because I don't know if this is maybe just because of the show, but I know in real life they cannot reveal that real information to you, can they?
They can, but if you slide over a nice 10 grand in an envelope, sure they can.
True.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever for 10 grand. Almost.
I mean, I'll print out a picture for 10 grand.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
hit print on the computer and be like, I don't know how that fell down on the ground, that file that I accidentally misplaced and you picked it up.
His reaction alone gave it away that he was lying to her in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, oh my God, I'm really a father.
Yeah.
So he just, like, in his own way confirmed to her that I was lying to you. Now I actually believe you.
Well,
So he kind of put himself in the hole.
he did, but at that point, I think he was so genuinely surprised that he was like, oh, shit, like, this is a real thing. Like, this whole time I thought I was bullshitting everybody. I really am the chosen one. Like, I'm a badass.
Right.
Which now, because he believes his own bullshit, means that he's willing to drink his own Kool-Aid. Which I think up until this point he wasn't. And Allie is feeding into that 100%.
Yep.
So, and I think that goes back to what you were saying with, like, what she was wearing, her sweatshirt with the holes and everything, and we're seeing all of, the advertising. We have seen mostly clowns up until this point, but all of the advertising is about this hive mentality, this bee, this queen bee that emerges from this hive mentality. So I feel like that's a really direct reference to Allie, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
And I think that's what she's doing right now.
Yeah, and I want to know if Winter is going to get jealous of the relationship between Allie and Kai.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, I could
Because
definitely see that.
now that she doesn't have Vin, she only has Kai, and Kai kind of is like, well, she's my queen. She's the
mother
of the
and
Messiah.
she has to see her dead former lover on the floor every time she goes to visit her parents.
Right.
Because Kai helps her bring the dead body into the room.
Yeah. Because Beverly doesn't like Winter anymore.
Yeah.
Ivy's gone. Kai's busy with Allie. Who else does she have left? Nobody.
She doesn't have
Well,
So-
Kai, though, then takes Allie, and Winter is there with Oz.
Yes.
So that's when she says, that's when they're saying, now we can be a real family. And that's how the episode ends. I think Winter still considers herself as part of that family. Even that's how nuts she is.
I need to wake up then,
Like,
pick up those
think about-
cans.
Yeah. I think it dropped more than some cans.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
yes.
Winter. But yeah, I think this was a really, really cool episode. I was super into it.
Me too.
Yeah.
What are you guys feeling as spectrum-wise, like on all the episodes that we've seen? Where do you think this one falls into? There's some episodes that I think really missed the mark. There were a couple episodes back that I thought were really, really good. This one, for me, wasn't the best episode, but I
Right.
thought it was pretty damn solid.
I would say top 3.
Top 3?
Yeah,
Nice.
top 3 for this season.
It's exactly what I said last time when I said so much happened last episode. I feel like they're going to slow it down a little bit for us to digest the last one, and that's exactly what I think they did. Because it wasn't like the last one, it was like scene after scene after scene after scene. This one had maybe 10 scenes that were very long.
Yeah.
So it felt like more like a movie, and I knew that they had to take that direction just to.
I think making it 112 minutes, or making it an hour and 12 minutes too. 112 minutes. An hour and 12 minutes too, instead of some of the 45-minute episodes that seemed almost like they were, I don't want to say filler, but not a lot happened, and there were just like some punch moments. This one seemed like it was really, really well
It was a full
thought out.
story.
Oh yeah, it was
Full
definitely
episode.
thought out, and it didn't really leave me with any questions. I'm just like, I'll go with the flow now.
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
any questions, but whatever. I wish that I had a lot more questions. Being that it's nearing the end, and you usually
We only have 2 episodes left. Yeah.
You usually throw more questions within 2 episodes, not just like, okay, I'll just wait for the next one, because after the next one, there's only one more week.
Yeah. I feel like every season they have one central dramatic question, which is the one question that the whole season we're trying to answer, and we want to know, like, what is it? Even if it's sometimes a question that I'm like, this didn't need to be the central question, like, who's the supreme?
Right.
I was like, that isn't my main concern in that season, but, whatever floats your boat. This one, I feel like there's just a lot of questions, but not any central one.
Yeah.
It's like, is the central question supposed to be what? Is Kai going to gain Senate? Is he going to become president? Is he going to, like, work for Trump? Like, what?
Is Allie gonna take power?
Yeah, like, what is...
There's no root to this anymore.
I feel like this season really isn't about so much a central question. I almost feel like I feel like this season is more so about like underlying messages and to get people to think more so than like an actual question to be answered.
I can see that, especially since the first couple episodes, it just seemed like the whole thing was like, hey... The election is scary, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is your story? What is this season about? Who are these people?
They definitely took
they
a
fleshed it out.
sharp right turn after episode 4 or 5.
Yeah.
After the Taco Bell coupons, they were like, all right, we're gonna hone in. We're gonna focus up.
Because if they would have did one more episode like that, they would have jumped the shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it got really, really good this season.
So good. And I wish
can't believe
they
there's-
bring like the intros back again. Like and for the next 2 ones, bring those intros.
Okay.
We need
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. I'm all about it. I can't believe there's only 2 episodes left.
I know.
And since there are only a couple episodes left, what do you guys say we hop into some predictions?
Let's do it.
Extra Halloween edition! I got this for this purpose
Like
at
him.
CVS.
I love it.
Yeah! Woo! I predict next
Party.
episode's gonna be a party!
Can we hose it and make our prediction?
Yes!
Okay.
Oh, like the talking stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my That sounds like something. My prediction, because people listen on podcasts, are like, is that what is that? So my prediction is, from seeing the preview, is that there's going to be a lot more death.
Okay.
So there's going to be more than 2 deaths, and there's going to be a lot of question about loyalty because we're going to go towards the end, and I feel like a main character is going to die. Beverly or Ivy or Gary, like someone's big going to die. That's
Somebody whose last name ends with E. Why?
Yes.
Okay. So I agree with you. I feel like by the end of the season, I feel like it's only going to be Ivy and Oz left.
Yeah.
I feel like she is quickly rising to power. I don't see this army sticking around for very long. I'm not sure how they're going to go or what's going to happen to them, but eventually at some point, I feel like they're going to be out of there. That's kind of all I got.
Like, you mean out of there, like, you know what, this is dumb. Let me walk out of here, or they're going to die.
They'll probably die.
Oh,
They'll probably try to leave and get killed. Maybe. Or die. Or they'll just be like, this is what Kai wanted. And Kai's like, idiots.
Maybe they'll start asking
Or
questions.
Allie. Maybe Allie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Allie and Oz.
I think, well, BB we know is going to be back.
Yes.
So
Ooh,
I'm thinking we're going to
yes.
get some of the backstory as to what Kai's plan is with her, and hopefully get some clarification on the damn Zodiac thing and why that is inconsistent with when the Zodiac killer came onto the episode for Hotel. That's the only thing this season that's really hanging me up. Besides the sombreros and the Taco Bell coupons, I'm willing to let that go. But the inconsistencies between the seasons, I'm like, I feel like that's going to be rectified next week. At least I hope so.
Yeah.
Maybe
shall
her
see.
and Allie are working together, and that was a lie
Ooh.
to kind of get the women all revved up.
Yeah. She's like
I
playing.
can see that.
So she's playing Kai, who thinks she's playing the women, but the women know that she's not being played really.
Right.
It's like a double.
Toil and trouble.
Yes.
Fire burning cauldrons bubble. It's Halloween.
Yes.
So I cannot wait until next week.
Oh,
I hope
yes.
that you guys join us next week too, because there's only 2 weeks left. It's bittersweet. I'm like, I'm gonna be kind of sad.
Yes. But then we have Evan Peters in a new show.
Yes.
So if you're a huge fan of Evan Peters, he will be back soon.
Yes.
So we got to look forward to that. But you did want to show a picture of...
Oh, yes. We had a little bit of news as well. This is kind of why I went with Elsa from Freak Show. Neil Patrick Harris, every year, his family has the most amazing Halloween costumes. But this year they outdid themselves and they went full Freak Show.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Which you remember Neil Patrick Harris appeared in the season Freak Show
He did.
of American Horror Story. And so it's really cool to see his family. His little baby
bitty
twins
lady.
are my favorite. Little Harper with her beard. Oh my God, I love it. So
Cute.
just a little shout out to them. You guys outdid yourself this year.
Oh, yes.
Love it.
And congrats on the amazing Freak Show costume.
Yes.
Really good work.
I feel
good
like I'm
work.
part of the family. But we want you guys also to tweet us your Halloween costumes, especially if they're
yes.
American Horror Story themed. We definitely
Yes.
want to see those. If you have any American Horror Story themed costumes and you send them to us, we'll put them on the show for you. So send them to us next week. And in the meantime, where can everybody find you guys?
So everyone can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Just Sans World.
And you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Ashley Reed Allen.
And you can find me on Twitter at Alana Jordan and on Instagram at That Alana Jordan Girl. And you can find us all at AfterBuzz TV, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, all those places. Check us out, rate, subscribe, comment, and tune in next week. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween, guys!
Woo!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
Happy Halloween! Yeah!
Music's expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.